A list of sensitive subject matter has been included in the episode description.
A missive from the Great Worm. They have chosen to bless us this day with word from below. The squawking voice we hear belongs to a kobold, a pug-faced little beast somewhere between a monitor lizard and a taxidermy mistake. This particular specimen sports blanched white scales, a dragon feather fascinator, and a set of high-powered magnifying pince-nez that give us an exaggerated view of her nictitating eyes. Though one has to wonder if the glasses do more harm than good, cracked as they are in 3 places. She is speaking to a crowd of her peers, cave-dwelling kobolds all, who listen with the rapt attention of a Sunday congregation. The stout speaker loosens the kerchief at her neck, gestures to the scroll she holds aloft, and continues. The Great One says, storm coming, stop. The ramshackle one must not find us, stop. Trust no one, stop. Comma, except perhaps the young one, stop. They might be won to our holy cause, stop. Be on guard. May fates ordain your success, stop. Postscript. Suggest demolition of main tunnels, stop. We'll provide 2 tons of brimstone powder on delivery of missive, stop. Unsigned, mark cash on delivery. But my fellows, I can assure you I have seen their scroll, and I know this to be their good word. Judgment Day is upon the adventurers. We shall rain earth down upon them and halt them where they stand. The ramshackle one shall not pass. In their name we pray. A cheer peals out across the crowd. Thanks be to Ripthorn. Nearly 1,000 kobolds toss hats into the air, catch them, and surge into work. We pan back to see a veritable factory town of gizmos and contraptions. Claws fly, furnaces alight. The promised tonnage of black powder, even for the god of kobolds, no small feat of acquisition, is hauled into production. Hammers clang against iron anvils. Bombs are made and stamped with a seal. KDL. Ramshackle shall not pass. Hello, one and all, and welcome to another episode of Unbalanced Encounters the Misfortunate 4, the only show that dares to ask, what if the only thing that stood between you and certain death was a mean girl with a gun? I'm your host, Patrick Perini. Say hi, everybody.
Hi. Salutations.
How's it going? How's it happening?
Ahoy, hoy.
I want more salutations.
More salutations.
All right, Cinder, go.
You got him.
Go.
Yeah.
I'm not a jukebox. Yeah, well, you don't just put a coin in me and tell me what song to do.
Hold on. I'm going to look up Western greetings. We got howdy.
Hey there, partner.
Yep, howdy.
We got a hog killing time.
That somehow sounds...
I don't think that's real. I don't
Here
think
are
that's a
some
real
other
thing.
terms in the phrase of Wild West. Aaron the... Nope, not saying it.
I was going to say, I feel like if we read this list long enough, it's going to get real fucking problematic, and it doesn't seem like it took that long. You guys want to play some Tales of the Valiant?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Now I remember when the Wild West was.
It's gonna be fine.
Oh boy. Let's dive back in because
Let's just Craig, go away. Go drink more of your Fairlife milk. Just disappear
Dodging the
now.
cancellation, y'all.
Get out of here.
Oh, fuck me. In our last episode. Oh, fuck. Approximately everybody died.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, is a bold choice for a brand new series. Hey, did you hear about Unbalanced Encounters' new show? They spent their whole first episode introducing a bunch of fucking red shirts that they offed in the second episode. That feels like a weird... It's a weird choice. Anyway, miraculously, you guys all brought it back in the end with some involuntary gunplay from Flo, some juicy justice served by Cal, and Weevil, let's be honest, really just holding it together the whole time with clever magic, an entire turn spent on help actions, and frankly, the sickest dogfight I think I've ever seen in a campaign.
Here's your crown, King. Well done.
And Odion spent most of his time in a box, having duly dispatched Mick and his angels. Apparently promoted from their typical beat of repossession to outright robbery, the party reconvened to debrief. They discovered that the angels were after the map given to Odion by Bonathan Ramshackle, that the handle of Flo's gun is made of a devil's horn, and that celestial feathers make pretty cool drugs. Tense words were shared, a magically binding contract was struck between Cal and Odion, and in our final moments, Flo was summoned into a dream desert to be confronted by her grandfather. Mystery abounds, and many answers likely lie in wait within the dragon's lair. But first, Flo, you have to get out of bed.
You don't know who I am. I'm still here.
You are, in fact, still in the hotel, which we actually haven't named, by the way. Craig, what is this hotel named?
Don't read it off that list.
Oh, that list is gone. The last
pony.
The last pony.
We're going with the last pony.
It was like
We're
a
going with
mix
the last
building
pony.
off of what Craig set
There
up.
we go. Done. The last pony.
Wait. We're not
you for
using
letting me
horses. Should we do
participate.
moose? The last
No,
moose?
fuck it. Nobody knows what a pony is, but it's esoteric.
It's the last one.
Oh,
Right.
It's like a relic.
It's a
It's a dragon.
The mysterious
That's what they call
pony.
dragons here.
Flo, you have just awoken in your... I mean, listen, I think to anybody else in this party or even in real life, this is a pretty nice fucking hotel room, right? This is a nice bed. You wake up feeling rested and refreshed and just fucking miserable about having to still be here. There is one little bright spot, which is that you're alone. Everyone else is left. And all of your shit is piled in the middle of the room. You still have 80 suitcases. But, hey-ho, here you are. What do you do?
First things first, you see Flo drag herself out of bed, hair sort of straight down, covering her face like something out of The Grudge. And she, waddles over to the wash basin, which is, has some really grubby mirror probably behind it. And
I mean, again, I want to emphasize, this was Odion's. This is a nice hotel.
oh, okay. Does it
You
have
guys
a
are not-
shower?
Well, no.
Okay, well, there you go. So to her, a grubby-looking mirror behind a wash basin. She's, I think I'm cleaner not using the water, so I'm just... She's just going to go rummage through a case, get on her clothes, kind of buckle herself up, and sort of brace herself for the day. She's going to head downstairs and see where everyone is, if people are getting food or whatever, find Odion so he can get her some food.
It's 3 in the afternoon. What are you talking about?
It is not 3 in the afternoon. It is, but it is exceptionally late for Odion, and Odion did a pretty damn good job of making sure that Cal and Weevil were up and dressed and out of bed and out of the hotel on time. And the only person that you see standing in the lobby at the moment is Odion. Odion, you have been up for a little while, and you are in the process of checking out, and you see that there is just a sort of very kind of demure woman in a waistcoat, sort of behind the counter, and I trust everything was to sort of your accommodations, Mr. Osprey-Heronshaw.
Oh yes. The space was lovely.
Wonderful. And if there's not going to be anything else, I would love to be able to settle up your account with us today.
Absolutely. Don't worry about the security deposit.
Well, we did. As a matter of fact, we did actually do sort of an assessment. We have some wards placed on the hotel that kind of tell us when things have been destroyed. So we are going to, we're going to charge you the typical rate for your family here at the hotel. It's going to be 25 gold for the night, and there's going to be a 25 gold repair fee for the window. And I did want to extend. We're exploring a new service here at the Last Pony. We would be honored to report any particular goings-on, any stories that you might like to have submitted to the Church of St. Wild on your behalf for a meager 100 gold, if that might be of convenience to you.
Oh, that would be splendid. Right after I look over your security situation, seeing as how somebody did break and enter into my hotel.
I'm sorry?
Yes, I wanted to see, usually you guys have assigned forms before we come into the establishment, and I give you the security fee. Seeing as how somebody knew where I was staying, it makes me feel as though the security here is a little lackluster, so...
You're damn right it is. She's going to come up and slam her hand on the table. If you do not give us this room for free, I will be telling my father exactly what this place is like, and we will never give you our business again. Neither will anyone in our circles, anybody that we know, and you'll be out of business before you can even say sorry. How about that?
I just rolled a little history check for her. Before I tell you the result of that roll, I am going to please ask you to roll me intimidation at advantage.
Hooray!
Odion is sweating.
Do it. You got this.
I got a whole 7.
She looks really, really, really nervous toward Odion, and she kind of turns to you. She cocks her head, Flo, and I'm sorry, miss. Who are you? She got a 7 on her history check.
I am Arianna, Floridia, Osprey, the second.
I understand. I was not aware that the Ospreys had a daughter.
Well, you are now.
Of course, miss. I unfortunately am not responsible for our security. I do appreciate that if there was a breach, this is something that is going to require investigation immediately.
Dear sister, could you speak with me over here for a moment? Looking at the hostess here, they enjoy some of the finer things, and you seem to have a lot of those finer things that we cannot carry with us on our adventures.
You're saying I give her, she kind of waves vaguely, some kind of designer something.
I'm saying we give them a donation for the things that happened last night, and they explain to the world in a better light our situation and how you saved the entire party on your first adventuring excursion.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help but overhear that last little bit. It does sound like y'all had a bit of an adventure last night. I would like to reiterate that if you would like us to report that to the church on your behalf, we would be happy to add that to your bill.
She'll turn back to the hostess. So, you saw all of those, very, very expensive suitcases I came in with yesterday?
She sort of looks over your shoulder and sees a bunch of struggling porters just heaving under the weight of all your shit. Yes, ma'am.
How about, and she'll click her fingers at one of the porters who's struggling with a particularly medium-sized case. And come, yep, that's it. Just put it there. It's not that heavy.
I've got it. I've got you. It's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. God damn it.
Just on yes, okay, great. And she's gonna flick both of the clunk things from the front, and it's gonna pop open, and you hear this noise as the most beautiful array of hats kind of lay out in this case. I think these would look marvellous on you, don't you think? They are yours if you would like to have them for your incredible service and your absolutely phenomenal, wonderful attitude towards us. You've been
Give me an insight
absolutely
check.
fantastic. What?
Give me an insight check. Jesus Christ.
Insight.
Laying it
Hooray.
on so thick there.
Heavy.
Have you ever had to flatter anyone else? Like,
Saving it all
like,
up for right now.
I've never done this before. Here's everything.
She's
What
just
do
like-
people usually say to me?
Yeah, this is what people say to me.
Like, I imagine Flo's just describing herself
got
and just
18.
saying it out loud.
On that one.
You see that this woman finally kind of connects what you're suggesting and just fully no-sells it, right? Just fully, I understand. I would like to reassure you that we absolutely do accept in-kind payment here at The Last Pony. If you would like to leave this suitcase with me, that would more than cover your bill, and I would be happy to apply any extra balance to an ongoing account. I think you guys sort this. I think that you give her several hats. Are you reporting?
Assassinators.
Are you reporting last night to the church? Are you having them? Are you spending the extra 100 gold over the 50 that you owe?
100 gold worth of hats. Yes.
Sure, right. 100 gold worth of hat, 100%.
Great.
So that's 150 gold worth of kit off of Flo. And you see...
Did we kill all of those guys, or was it just me that killed one of them?
You killed one and
Cal killed
Cal
one.
killed one.
Yeah.
There's
So
only
one
one
got away.
survivor from them.
I don't think it's a good idea to tell people that we killed people that work
Cops?
for an insurance company / cops.
Yeah.
But I'm not there to tell you that.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. For the 100 gold fee, they're also going to write this for you. So they just leave out who it was.
Fantastic.
Right.
It was defense of the party. It was breaking and entering. It was unknown intruders. And Flo works out the sort of details of this. And we see just a tiny little Aarakocra lad in like a newsboy cap take this little missive and like blitz out the front door of this hotel, nearly knocking over Weevil as he like takes to the wing and zips off toward the church. And I want to check in with Weevil and Cal as the two of you are waiting like a conspicuously long time for the rich people to sort out their fucking hotel bill.
What is taking them so long?
I don't know, but can you help me? And you see her trying to take one of the feathered pillows and stuff it inside her chainmail so she could take it home with her. I just need you just to...
Yeah, sure, here.
Yeah.
I
Underneath.
start trying
So
to...
many hotel robes, dude.
Bathrobes and stuff.
So
And then I look over, get over here, help. And my shadow comes over and
Like,
starts pushing too.
No, right. Oh, that's tight. That's real tight. Okay. It's still sticking out on that side. Can you
Maybe
tuck
if
that
you
in
roll
too?
it, maybe if you roll it first.
Well, I don't want to crumple the feathers.
Okay, fine.
It's the fluffy part you gotta keep. and
Yeah.
You can't just roll it up like a sleeping bag. Can you help me? Just maybe if I put it on the back side instead, and she'll kind of like pull it out from under the front. Just put it along the back of my back.
Okay, here. Button to smush.
I hope this is just like a scene in the middle of this lobby of the hotel.
you guys are right outside the front door, and you're like, it's one of those situations where it's like you've got what bags you have just sort of kind of awkwardly at your feet. People are on their sort of morning commutes. They're bustling around you. People are coming out of the hotel and having to like kind of, sort of do that like step over your shit move that people sometimes have to do. Fuck it. Go ahead and give me survival, and I'm gonna give. We'll take survival off Cal, and we'll get advantage from Weevil.
I'm helping.
All right. I'll take it. 22.
No problem, right? The two of you together sort this out. You get this thing just sort of down into little sort of pouch out of the way, right? And you honestly doesn't even seem like anybody thought that was a weird thing to be witnessing on the street. People are just way too preoccupied with their own shit as they are moving into their days. As soon as you sort of get it squirreled away, you see Odion and Flo emerging into the morning. And as you guys kind of get outside, you sort of feel the just heat of the day start to sink in, and Basin City, especially as the sun is up, gets warm, but it does not dry. And so it is like stepping out into almost this Floridian humidity, hot and oppressive, but again, full of energy, full of, kind of the possibility of a new day. And I'm curious, Odion, as the person who's ostensibly in charge, what's next?
We may need some information before charging towards this endeavor. Weevil, you seem to be the most interested in gathering such research.
I do like a good book every now and then.
Okay.
What kind of information do we need? Are we going to a library or something?
Do you know how to fight elementals?
I mean, you hit them, right?
So yes, there's a space we can go within Basin City for the information that we're looking for. And then
So you don't hit them?
It depends on the elemental, because they're made of different things.
Well, as long as it's a thing, you can hit it, right?
Have you ever tried to hit fire before?
Do we just blow those out real fast then? I could bring a fan.
Odion's just holding his head.
It sounds like you are suggesting that maybe you hit up your old school, which might be a pretty good place to find both information and get a little bit of practice in.
Yes. How are everyone's equipment, weaponry?
Well, I've got mine, and you can see she lifts up the heavy part in her hands, ready just to carry it with the stick still on her back.
Maybe we should get you a hammer that is a little bit more still together in one piece.
Well, I mean, we could probably just get some string, but if it's not too bad, I could look at options.
Oh, honey. No. I need to go and find Gary. And Gary is her fence. Oh, sorry, I should say dealer. She thinks that's the best person to go and speak to, because when she needs something, she'll give Gary some money and he will magically get it for her. So I feel like with all of the shit she needs to try and offload, and with some things we now need to find, Gary's probably the best person to speak to.
Gary seems like a super reliable, helpful guy, but there's a smithy in the bazaar. They are used to dealing with giant tools, so, if you do just want to get it fixed, maybe we could go there, too.
I mean, I'd prefer that. You can kind of see the way she's holding it isn't just because she has to put all of her effort in holding this thing up, but there's a little bit of ownership. Like her fingers are digging into this, a little personalization and attachment issues that she might have towards this particular piece.
Oh, it's what do the poor people call it? Sentimental. That's it.
Christ.
I understand. That's fine.
Do you guys think we're gonna get in trouble for killing those angels?
Oh, don't worry. I have a wonderful lawyer. And also, we paid them to make it sound like we were the good guys.
Wait, you can do that?
You did?
Oh, yes. You can pay people to make them say anything.
Did you? So you told them about how me and Cal kind of saved the day?
I need a deception check from Flo right now with disadvantage.
I actually didn't even clock that. I should have said something about that.
Weevil,
Weevil, go ahead and give me insight. Go ahead and give me insight with advantage if you'd be so kind.
Okay, I'm not good at insight, but I rolled really well.
Oh, wow, I rolled real bad.
So I have a -1 to my insight. Let me just double check that. Yeah, I have a -1 to my insight, but I rolled a 17, so 16.
12. So, yeah.
All right, Flo, go ahead and take a luck point. Weevil, Flo straight up does not answer. And
It's just like...
actually, I think that's a good point for Flo. I think you just start walking away.
Yeah.
And then I look to Cal and I say, and I don't think I do this intentionally, but I definitely say it loud enough that Flo hears it because I'm not being super self-aware. Mm-hmm. Did she take all the credit? She didn't do anything.
Of course she did. She probably
Just
said
her
it was
little
all her
devil
fault.
gun.
Well, wait, what?
Yeah, she has a devil horn gun.
Where'd she even get something like that?
I'm going to lean in a little bit to Cal and say, listen, next time it's time to tell the story, we got to make sure we're in the room, or otherwise we could get cut out of this one.
Well, who cares as long as we get paid, really? I mean, as long as I'm not paying for those repairs, I don't mind.
I care.
Why?
Because I'm not here to be erased from someone else's story because they think they're entitled to one more than me.
You want a song written after you or something?
I want epics written after me.
Well, that's a lot of words. Do you have any idea how much you got to do to get there? They charge you for that, too. To write every single page, that's money. You heard her.
Not wrong.
You got to pay for those things.
I think you only have to pay for them if you're not that good at them.
Her, then. Got it. Yeah, you could just say it. Honestly, I'm going to be impressed if she comes with us that long. She's going to find out she's got poop in the woods. She's going to go right back home. I'm putting money on it. If I had money. I don't have money on it. I'll put my hammer on it. No, I like that. I'll put a feather on it.
No, I don't know. I think she has to be here. I don't know exactly why, but why would she be doing this? She really doesn't like being here, obviously. So I
No,
think she has
clearly
to be.
not.
Hey, Weevil.
Yeah,
Go ahead and give me another insight check if you'd be so kind.
not as good. 10.
As you say that out loud, literally the phrase, I think she needs to be here, you feel a little chicken scratch at the back of your head. That feels like something to you, but you're not sure what.
Cal, to answer your question,
Yeah.
by the time I'm done what I'd like to do, I imagine there will need to be a lot of books written to tell my tales. So yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. But every adventure has to start with a truly epic beginning. And I don't want mine to be forgotten.
Right. Well, just don't get me killed. And she kind of heaves this stone onto her shoulder and kind of lugs away. Wait, can you make sure that shadow thing gets my other bag? As she left her side bag up over by your feet.
Yeah, and I brush my hand, and as I do, my shadow sort of splits apart, and the other one goes, and I'll do the help action to carry her stuff with my shadow as it sort of drags the stuff along.
Fantastic. So we have a couple of things that we want to do sort of up front. I think, Odion, I would imagine that if you kind of know that if you want to get access to the gym at St. Wild's Adventuring Prep, you've got to get in pretty early, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think the probably top of the order is going to be hitting the gym at Swap and seeing if you could do some of your investigation, if that's something that you guys want to do. And then we'll start to sort of work our way out of town from there. Is anyone explicitly not going with Odion?
Odion will need Weevil with him to do the research.
Sure.
But he wants someone to keep an eye on his sister.
Yeah, makes sense. Girls shopping trip.
And he places a hand on the head of your weapon. He grabs that from you, Cal. He says, I can repair this for you if you can do me a favor.
And she scrunches up her face a little bit. It's kind of like, no, I don't want to give you my weapon. I don't want to let this go. But knowing that this is new and she needs to kind of learn the ropes here, she's going to reluctantly release it. Like, you might have to tug at it a little bit as she is slightly resistant before she just ends up pulling her hands back and giving you this piece of weapon.
Thank you.
Right. Well, if I'm not doing that, then what am I doing?
Trying your best to keep her out of trouble, please.
What? And you just see her face drop, like sudden desperation, not thrill.
Please, no.
Fine. And you can tell she's not okay with this, but she's gonna shut her mouth as she just turns around and looks over at Flo. I'm Cal. As she kind of sticks her hand out to you.
That's right. Y'all haven't introduced.
We haven't. We've shared a bed. We've never introduced ourselves.
Oh, I'm Flo. And she's gonna sort of, like, not quite wanting to touch the hand, so she's just gonna kind of like finger and thumb sort of shake your hand a little bit.
Right. I'm gonna be accompanying you today, and just so you know, I'm coming with you, but I'm not working for you.
Flo's gonna just like squeal and clap her hands. Oh my goodness. We are gonna have the best morning. Okay, bye, boys.
No.
So she's gonna drag Cal.
And with that,
No drugs.
we are
No
going to
drugs.
go
He tries
ahead
to
and jump. We are going to go ahead and jump. Nope, you didn't say it. It doesn't count. She had her fingers crossed. We are going to go ahead and jump to St. Wild's Adventuring Preparatory, more commonly known by its graduates as SWAP. This is the school that Odion attended for, probably 5-6 years. I think it was 15 to whenever you started with John Johnson. Excuse me, the John Johnson.
You know, I met him.
You did? I'm sorry. I mean, it was probably an exciting moment.
Very exciting. I think he got the impression that I was going to be great one day.
Yes, he says that very often. I have a question.
Yeah.
You seem like a very studious individual, and you very perceptive. How was the fight?
Honestly, we didn't really work together.
Okay.
And I think we mostly survived out of luck. But I also think that if we worked together, it might not have been that hard a fight. Why didn't you tell us? Why did you just charge in there?
I did, but I went under the assumption that I was with I'm used to a more seasoned adventuring party, so my assumption was how I usually wake them up, which is I'm not a very vocal person, and I shouldn't have went into the situation thinking all of you were the same way, and so my attempts at waking you up were poor.
There was a really old werewolf that wasn't good at projecting anymore when they wanted to make themselves heard, and my grannies made them a special howling bell. Maybe you get a bell. You just ring it.
Okay, a bell.
As you say bell, you guys hear this dong, 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 and you sort of look up and you realize that, Weevil, you've kind of zoned out. You've been following Odion, like, into a cable car. There was like a transfer. You guys are in a radically different part of town. There are trees here and like big timber walls kind of surrounding the base of this. And at the center of this academic, kind of establishment, there is a bell tower. And as that bell is sounding, you hear all manner of people sort of moving and shifting inside the walls. And you see that a little side door swings open, and Craig, your old mentor, Vasher Hotzim, has opened the door with his cane and is kind of leaning out. Well, good to see you, Odion.
Vasher, sir. This is my adventuring companion, Weevil. We have some research we are in need of, and I have some equipment I need to repair. As he's kind of like holding Cal's weapon.
You single-handedly took down a nest of manticores, right?
So I did.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm going to be a real adventurer. Go to shake his hand.
Go ahead and give me a dex save.
Amazing. Oh, that's good. Dirty 20.
You go to shake his hand. He grabs your hand. He pulls you in just a little too hard. Like you're not quite sure exactly whether or not he meant to pull you forward. And then out of your second shadow bristles a little bit, and you leap over his cane as he tries to thwack your knee out.
Stories about you are true.
Well. Odion, you found a live one then, huh? Curious.
It's more of he found me, but yes.
You said you needed access to the library 4 years away, and you're going to come back for the bloody library.
And the forge.
And the forge?
And the training facility, possibly, if that's...
All right, I suppose I'll hit your father back up for another round of tuition.
Sounds lovely. Weevil, if you'd follow me this way, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Really nice to meet you, sir. Really nice to meet you.
And likewise.
It's a great thing with the cane.
Listen, Odion,
Sir.
I've heard you're with a new group. Not just your friend here. Ramshackle's operation?
My father set it up.
He would. I'm here if you need me, all right, son?
Thank you.
As we make our way, I kind of lean into Odion. Hey, how many people you think are able to dodge that little cane trick the first time that he does that?
The first time, I've only
Yeah.
seen maybe 4 people do that.
Oh, I'm so going to be an adventurer. So when we get into the library,
Sure.
There is a slight shift in the way that Weevil holds himself from the sort of like big wide eyes to just a little bit more like vroom. He sort of focuses in. It's almost like the idea of reading and researching is a little bit muscle memory for him, and he almost goes into like focused analytical mode. And I think that Odion might recognize that as sort of the sort of mode that like some of the more seasoned adventurers would go in when they were getting into like a fight. Okay, we know it's an elemental, but we need to figure out what kind. Let's do some research into what sort of elemental it might be, and then if we can figure that out, maybe what sort of strengths or weaknesses it has, that sort of thing. Do we know where it is?
Oh, yes, we have the location. My assumption is whatever element is the strongest in that vicinity is probably what.
Yeah, so maybe we'll look to see what that is typical within that area also.
Why don't you guys go ahead and roll me the better. Weevil, I'm going to ask you for the better of an investigation check or a nature check. Your call.
I am going to do nature. It should be so good, but it's not. I mean, it's fine. 14.
Listen, you guys...
I didn't roll anything higher than a 9.
You guys are looking for information that is not necessarily the clearest, right? Here's what you get on a 14, because you definitely get something. The Dragon's Lair has a fair amount of water. It is entirely possible that this thing is a water elemental. It is also in a cliff. And this particular position that's marked on your map is some dozen fathoms beneath the entrance. So rock, earth is going to be present as well in abundance. You also learn, I think, some ancillary things about elementals. This idea that they are largely bound elemental forces is something that Odion is kind of new to you, maybe something that you had learned at some point, but like you cram for a test and then you forget, right? Weevil, it's something that you're a little bit more intimately familiar with, this idea that elemental forces, be it any of the sort of major elements, or even some of the more minor ones, like your shadow, are brought into existence in a binding ritual that you recognize is not crazy unlike contract magic. But it's really high-level stuff here at the Adventuring Prep. You definitely learn some useful tactics, right? This idea that, and this is a pretty critical piece of information on a that you get even on a 14. Elementals can discorporate under the right circumstances, and that doesn't necessarily make them less dangerous. It could potentially make them more. I'm going to have Odion roll me a straight up and down D20 for one last piece of information. If you get an 11 or higher, I'm going to give this to you.
Got it. That's a 6.
Okay. You do not clock the last person to take this reference book out of the library.
Gotcha.
That's what you get in your research. Not a ton, but it's a start. You've narrowed the playing field a little bit.
The key information that I share that I'm like, this is important for us to remember, is that it's probably somewhere in the spectrum between a water or an earth or a stone elemental or like a mud element, somewhere in that varying degree of object. So it's probably not an energy elemental like fire or air or something. And then the other thing is that there is a likely chance that someone summoned it, like someone brought it here. Elementals usually don't just pop up. They usually are bound to a place or a thing. And there usually is some sort of like conscious force that does that.
So something is controlling it. If we can find a lodestone, possibly, or something like that.
I don't know if something is controlling it, but I think there's probably something keeping it here, and there's probably someone that made that thing that's keeping them here, like with intention.
All right. We're gonna get that story for you.
And with that, we are going to jump to Flo and Cal. Hey, Flo, you have no idea how to find Gary.
Usually he just appears when I need him.
We're just going down the streets talking. Gary?
Absolutely no idea how to find Gary.
Are we just wandering the city and I assumed you knew where you were going and you thought I knew where we were going?
Sounds like it.
I'm going to have you both roll completely independent survival checks.
Oh, good.
Oh, wow. I rolled real bad. What's my survival?
Terrible. We already know your survival.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's -2, so I got a 1.
Oh, no.
I got a whole dirty 1.
Fuck me.
Whole dirty nat 1.
Filthy one. How'd Cal do?
19, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, incredible.
I think for a while, Cal probably would have followed Flo around, like, okay, I'm supposed to take care of her. I'll just follow where she goes. And then picking up that Flo doesn't seem to know.
Like, down an alley somewhere.
You still... and I'm going to find our way down there instead. Very subtly, not like... With a 19, can I, like, not actually say it, but, like, make her think that she's leading us there?
100%. And I do think that not necessarily knowing sort of where this guy is, I think you get a little bit of a description kind of as you're walking and talking. I think out of 19, you get a little bit of a description and you sort of piece together like, okay, I don't know where this guy is going to be, but I do have a sense of how sort of the stratification of this city works. This guy, when he's not on house calls, is in the mud, right? Like he's hanging out close to sort of the ends of Basin City proper.
Sure.
And I think you just flip a proverbial coin, pick a bar that like you're vaguely familiar with, and walk sort of the two of you in there, and it takes you forever to get down to the mud, right? Like you guys have to take 3 cable cars and walk like the equivalent of like 8 blocks to get to this part of town. Odion was in a nice hotel. But you guys do eventually get there. It's kind of probably about, sort of the late morning, kind of early afternoon. And you see that this saloon is open, but it's that like dead hour where it's like they're slinging like sandwiches, right? It's like not peak, kind of busyness for them. You see Halfling behind the bar. They're like propped up on, they've got like a rail behind there so they can kind of, be over the bar, just polishing, kind of tending to the day's work. And there is there's a man who is seated at a far booth, and those are the only 2 people in here.
Kind of taking a deep breath as she enters this place. At least everything feels as grimy as she does. It feels a little bit more at home. Leaving probably Flo at the door by herself if she chooses to walk in.
It's like Flo is fully expecting Cal to keep the door open for her so she can walk in afterwards.
I hope it
and it just like
back.
flips back in my face.
That is, yes, canon. I have an incredibly important question for Flo. What shoes are you wearing?
I think she's just going to be wearing what she was wearing when she left the house yesterday. So it was just kind of like knee-high kind of leather boots. Nothing like, not like stilettos or anything dumb like that.
So you definitely don't lose your shoes. Very lucky that you answered that question in that way.
Great.
But you are fully, the door hits you in the face, your ass is in the mud, and we see Cal walk in.
Right. hello. First of all, like knowing her manners, kind of respecting individuals. I'm looking, where, Flo? And she kind of sees that you're not behind her for a second.
And she's full Yzma, just like in the mud. And she pulls herself out of this mud and like gets to the door.
Yeah, that's her. So we're looking for a guy named Gary. He kind of finds and sells things. Not looking at Flo at all. Purposely not. Just not wanting to give her any grace or help in this moment.
Go ahead and roll me. We're gonna have you roll me a little. I'm gonna give this to you as a wisdom-based check. But if you're proficient in persuasion, go ahead and add your proficiency bonus. We're gonna give you a little wisdom-based persuasion here.
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, so wisdom check. You're trying to beat a 10.
It does beat a 10 with a 15.
Okay.
Yay.
This little halfling man, glorious fucking mustache, right? Just, absolutely impeccable, full wax tips, kind of polishing a glass here at the bar, kind of looks you over. Oh, yeah, you're that girl from Ironwater, right?
Yeah, just around.
Sure. You need a little hookup. All right. Listen, I didn't think you'd be the type, but fair enough.
Wait, the type to do's what?
You looking for Gary? He's actually here. He's right over there at the booth.
She'll kind of that's Gary?
Yeah.
Hold on. And she's going to take a step further away from Gary. Tell me real quick, what's Gary known for?
Getting whatever you need.
Okay, that sounds all right. All right. And she doesn't pick up on any cues that could be nefarious in any way.
Gary likes to party.
Yeah.
You make your way over?
Actually, she doesn't. She walks over to Flo in this case instead. Right, your man's back there. I'll get a mop for this mess. Because she recognizes this is not fair to the owner here.
Take a look point.
Yes. But she will follow slowly right behind Flo to stay within conversation distance.
She's going to tromp over to the booth and sort of slide squelch in.
You squelch into the booth, and you definitely, you see Gary, who doesn't immediately recognize you for all of the mud that's dripping off of you currently. And Gary is, for want of a better term, a Medusa, right? He's got like a top knot made of these rattlesnakes.
That's
kind of little sort of mustache, goatee. Hey, how can I help you there?
Wipe a hand across sort of like her forehead and like slick her hair off of her face. Gary!
Wait a minute.
Long time no see.
No way. Flo!
Oh, how are
Flo
you?
from uptown?
Yes, darling.
Oh, darling, it's so good to see you. Cheek kisses, the whole thing. His rattle starts going. What are you doing down here in the goddamn mud?
Oh, dude, I've had the worst morning.
Oh, clearly. Oh, you need a little something, darling. You need a little something, huh?
Listen. I need a favor. As much as I need a little something, I
Favor, is it, huh?
I have this, and sort of somehow I think she coerced maybe Gregory from the night before.
We're not going to ask questions. The suitcases are following you for now. It's fine.
And then magically appear in the bar. I have all of this that I need to see if I can offload.
And all of that would be carts full of stolen pair. What are we dealing with here, doll?
It's my fucking wardrobe, okay? It's
your wardrobe?
Everything I
Your
own.
award-winning wardrobe?
Yes, my award-winning. Thank you.
Cal is rolling her eyes so hard right now. She's like leaning on her broom, like listening on the edge of this booth, like thinking she was gonna learn something, but is over.
Girl, half that shit's couture. What the hell are you doing getting rid of your wardrobe?
Listen, Daddy kicked me out.
No.
I know. this. I'm a deadbeat, and that I need to go and prove myself like my brother. I mean, honestly.
I mean, listen, nobody wants to be a stick in the mud like Odion, but I'm out here hustling every day. I get the impetus there. Your dad wants you to sort of carve out a name for yourself. That's not unreasonable. One that maybe you could tell him about instead of, the normal things you do.
No, but I don't want to.
Well, listen, it's not my life.
Anyway, I'm in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I can see that. How'd you even get all those down here?
That's
fine. It's whatever.
So could you think you can...
Oh,
I don't
you
know.
want me to deal with this stuff?
I mean, the people who would love to get their hands on my wardrobe.
All right.
And I'm in some need of some gold. Pretty desperately.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, doll. I don't carry that much cash anymore. Not since the incident, if you know what I mean. But I think I might be able to help you. I am aware of some people in the bazaar that have recently come into a little bit of, shall we say, scratch. And they might be interested in moving along some of your particulars here.
The bazaar.
Oh, boy.
Where, Cal,
What?
do you know a place called the Bazaar, right?
Cal, you are very aware of this part of town. This is it is a neighborhood, a whole district of Basin City that exists sort of just outside city limits, right before you hit, kind of the first true kind of wild edges of Lair Town.
Yeah, it's not far. I can get down there.
There we go. See, it's fine. We know where the bazaar is.
I know where the bazaar is. And she's actually feeling like she needs a seat at this table now, will sit. And then as she scoots in, she realizes that you still are covered in mud, and she scoots a little bit back out towards the edge again.
Oh, you're the,
Yeah, I'm
you're
around
the
here.
stable girl from Ironwater. Yeah, I think I know your parents.
Great, thanks. Right, so we're going to the bazaar, right? And she kind of coats and speeds past that little intro.
All right. Sounds like it. I think there are a couple of people down that way do a little business with the giants when they come to town. Might be interested in offloading some of your stuff.
I don't think the giants are going to be able to fit into her size.
No, probably not. That would be a spectacle, I'm sure. No, I think it'd be more of a situation of buying and reselling at a premium, if you know what I mean. So listen, Flo, I'm gonna be real with you. You're only gonna get sort of the bulk rate. You're not gonna get retail for these.
She'll take it. How much are we talking?
At a glance,
Yeah.
I think an even 1,000 would probably do you.
That's fantastic. We'll do that. Let's get your stuff. We're going to bazaar. And she kind of slides out again and starts grabbing one of the bags. That's good money. We can make that sale real quick.
Do you know how much I spent on all of this?
No, but 1,000's really good.
Listen, I tell you this now. If you start accepting lowballs all willy-nilly, you will never get out of the mud. You have to start valuing yourself and your things and what you do much higher than you are right now, my dear.
1,000 would be fine enough for me. I could live off that for 3 years alone on something, maybe even longer if I'm smart about it. What are you talking about?
Then what do you do? At the end of those 3 years, what? You're stuck again with nothing.
Better than lugging around half the things I don't need. What's the point of having something if it's not anything?
Flo, at this moment, you catch a glimpse of the monogram on Cal's armor. CEH. That's your friend Clarabella's monogram.
Wait, where did you get that? She points towards the armor that you're wearing.
It was a gift. It's just something that they gave me. It's nothing.
Who gave you?
Alaric.
I have no idea who that is, but that belongs belongs to my friend.
No, it belonged to a Lark Thornwell High Tree, and he gave it to me.
How do you know the high trees?
Well, they get their moose from us. I strap them up every time before they go out, and he came back with this beautiful piece of armor to give to his daughter, and she turned her nose up to it because she didn't think it was worth it to her.
I mean, it's not her color, so I'm not surprised.
Well, stuck-up bitch certainly wasn't going to get any use out of it, so he gave it to me instead.
Well, fine, hand-me-downs, whatever. But I've
But
lost
what?
my
At
train of
least
thought.
it works. I'm wearing mine. You're not wearing half the things in this. And she's actually going to kick one of your suitcases.
You're lowering the resale value of those with every kick and shuffle.
Oh, what? Now we're going to get 999, and she's going to kick it again. How about 998? Is that valuable enough for you? Is that good enough? Maybe. Then you could actually do something that would help us out when we're in trouble.
Excuse me?
Maybe an alarm clock.
Excuse me? Who was the person?
You might want to take it outside and not disrupt the atmosphere here in this establishment, huh?
She looks around at the no one else.
Yeah. You can leave if you don't like this view.
This is my place of business.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Immediately, closes down.
Gary, you're right, Gary. I don't want to... You've been good to me, and I appreciate that. And thank you for the tip. Would you like to take at least one of these off my hands while I'm here? I know you've eyed a few of my bits and pieces before. Would you like to have first dibs?
Yeah, go on. Give me a fascinator.
Sold. She's gonna get out one that matches the color of the scales and stuff on his.
He takes it. He sort of puts it up.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've loved this piece for so long. Listen, you two seem like nice people. Flo, it's always a pleasure doing business with you. I hope you figure out whatever is going on here because, quite frankly, it's a lot. For doing me a good turn and for coming all the way down here, Flo, a little something. And he hands you a vial that you immediately know as pixie dust. And I'm sorry, I did not catch your name. And from the look on your face, you're not incredibly enthusiastic about telling it to me.
Right. Well, it was nice to meet you, and I hope to never see you again. Thank you for letting us visit your place. And she's going to gently put the mop back against the wall. I'm sorry for my disturbance.
And we are going to cut.
I like to imagine that while that moment is happening, it quickly flashes to Weevil and Odion, and they're just getting really excited talking about how you would fight different types of elementals. It's okay, so if it's an earth elemental, we need to get a lot of hammers and stuff. But
Yes, a weapon like this, yes.
And have you ever fought a water elemental before? Have you seen one?
I think we cut back to you guys, and you guys are just having this conversation, probably walking and talking, and you guys make your way to the training area, and you see Weevil sort of for the first time, kind of a fairly large number of people. I mean, for you anyway, maybe 20, 30 people in kind of an open air gymnasium doing adventuring prep, archery practice, and sword fighting. And you see somebody, there's a sorcerer who is sort of careful spelling a fireball, right? Trying to blow up, sort of the area around a little straw dummy. These people are just doing fucking work, right? They're just practicing. And Odion, obviously, this is banal to you. This is something that you're intimately familiar with.
It's amazing. It's so... Look at all these people.
Just little things of instinctually, he'll put his fingers to his ears knowing a fireball is going to go off.
Weevil, maybe a con save, would you?
Natural 20. I'm too excited.
Yeah, your ears are ringing, but you are loving this, man. You are you're having a fucking blast. And I'm curious, do either of you decide to get involved?
I mean, if you want to... I have to fix Cal's weapon, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind an extra hand assisting them in that.
If it's not too much of a bother, I've never
Nine times out of 10, they don't remember most of the adventurers' names, so they'll just think you're part of the class.
Yes, I go to school here. I'm in my second year? Yeah, second year. Magic user. I would like to train. Is anyone that wants to spar?
I think you sort of put that out. Go ahead and give me just a little persuasion check.
That one's not as good.
Yeah.
Now what do I add to my persuasion? Please be positive. Oh, I have a bonus to my persuasion, thank God. So that's a 9.
You see a bunch of kids that are pretty interested in what's immediately in front of them. And I think as Odion sort of slips away to go tend to this hammer, you are sort of left feeling a little out of place.
What's my passive perception?
You can give me a perception check if you want.
Okay. My new friend is not getting picked for the kickball team. It's a 13.
Odion, I don't think so. I think on a 13, I think that this place is routine for you. The blinders are on, you're doing your job, you're cramming for the test, you're doing practice, you're making your time, you're making your grades. You have a job to do, you go and do it. And so I think Weevil is sort of left there playing with his own shadow for a minute.
After looking around and getting really excited to maybe train with some people that are actually at a real adventuring school, and everyone kind of like either not hearing him or ignoring him, Weevil goes and tries to like use some of the equipment that doesn't really understand how to use by himself, and paces the room a little bit and looks back at the group of kids who are sparring and weren't paying attention to him, and he's just gonna sigh a little bit to himself, and then he's gonna look up to this is a gymnasium, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna look up to like the lights and stuff that are hanging from the ceiling, and then he's gonna turn to leave and go find Odion. And as he does, he's gonna do this, and his shadow is gonna turn into a pair of scissors and cut a rope so a light drops on the two people that are sparring as he leaves. I think I leave before I see it hit him. Like, I think I literally cut the string. I think that I see the lantern hanging over these two people fighting that were ignoring me, not letting me participate and be a part of this. And I just cut the string, and before it falls, I turn around and walk out.
Good evening, Basin City. I'm your news correspondent, Ferrin IV. This afternoon, following a lead suggesting that those in our city's infamous drug trade might know something about the anti-adventurer sentiment present in the recent slew of vandalizations, I found myself alone in the bazaar. Not knowing where to begin, a small horde of children with no supervising adult in sight accosted me, demanding sweets and gold in exchange for the whereabouts of a Gorgon man suspected to be in connection with the drug trade. The Gorgon, introduced mononymically as Gary, proved to be a cryptic source, insisting that a pinch of pixie dust would clear the haze and show me the answers I seek. Now, I want to make it known that I am not in the habit of partaking in the drugs that so readily flood our streets, but the truth must be sought at any cost. Hoping to loosen his tongue, or the tongues of the many snakes which comprised his stylish hairdo, I agreed to purchase a small sample of his wares. That was about 8 hours ago. No closer to the source of the vandalism, it would seem I need to track down Mr. Gary once more. And maybe an aspirin.
Hi, friends. It's Patrick, your GM, your actual literal best friend, your Huckleberry, and I'm here for your gold. Stick 'em up. No, but actually, you know that we are not in the business of shoving irrelevant ads down your throat. And so this show is really made possible by your direct support. When you back us on our website, unbalancedencounters.com, 100% of your membership goes to keeping the lights on in our studio. Should you decide to grace us with your filthy capital, you shall be indicted into an elite legion, and the benefits of membership are many and varied. You get our original soundtrack from all of our shows, including our 80-episode epic Rally. You get to name NPCs. You get access to new episodes 2 weeks early, discounts on merch in our merch shop, and even an early access copy of Waste and Wild, the Tales of the Valiant setting book designed by me, Cinder, and Rift Kid Games, containing rules for Flo's class, the Godslinger, racing minecarts, and so much more. So mosey on over to unbalancedencounters.com and give us your gold or fingernails or whatever currency is deemed appropriate in your cosmology. Odion, if you could please just give me... God, what am I going to have you roll here? You're not repairing this thing yourself, right? You're bringing this to someone. Oh, you are? Okay, no. So then go ahead and give me... a...
I have smithing tools.
Strength-based... We'll say that this is an athletics check, and if you have proficiency with smithing tools, you actually get to add your proficiency bonus twice, and you get advantage.
Okay.
Which is how tools work in Tales of the Valiant.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Okay. You get this thing back together. Are you using the original handle?
After I see it being held together with, what was it, string?
Yeah.
Cat guts.
Oh, yeah.
And cat guts. I think it's one of those things where he looks at it and then he covers his face like, oh my God, and immediately is going to replace parts of it.
Sure.
Not knowing the sentimental value of it and just going, like you said before, he's back at school, he's working, and he's like, this is going to work better. It's going to be more efficient if I use the correct part.
I think the easiest thing for you to do here is they just have handles for weapons, especially hammers and stuff, and you just pick one off the shelf. It is cast iron. It is not anything special. It is meant to last for a long time if, kind of tended appropriately. And you are left with this wooden handle. It's kind of junky wood, full of holes and stuff. Do you hold on to it, or do you toss it in the forge?
I think he will hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You sort of hold this thing for a second, toss the proverbial coin, sling it on your back. So, we definitely have Flo and Cal headed to the bazaar in an attempt to fence some of her... Is it fencing if it's not illegal? In an attempt to fence some of her...
barter now?
I look
wardrobe.
so good, it should be illegal.
Oh,
so.
God almighty. That is somehow my reaction every time Flo drops a one-liner. It's just like, I'm gonna fight you. I need to be better. We need to choose the path of nonviolence.
We are not going to choose that path, my guy. Have you started this adventuring party?
And speaking of... No, there's nothing there. I can't make that segue work. Odion and Weevil. I think you guys have gotten the information that you needed, and I think that if you guys want to go to the bazaar as well to pick up some things, we also do know that Weevil has been implored by his granny May to go look up his old friend Gertrude, who works in the bazaar.
Oh.
And I'm actually going to ask for a group survival check from Flo and Cal this time.
Oh, I got a 15 this time.
Not bad.
It's going to be a dirty 20.
Oh, okay.
Survival
you guys
is Cal's
have
thing.
this on lock. You managed to get to the edge of town. You know all of the sort of back streets and alleys that get you out of here without hitting any of the sort of midday traffic. You don't have to worry about any moose. You can just kind of zip straight out to the outskirts of town. And as you reach the outskirts of town, you see that to get to this sort of informal neighborhood that has grown up and around the roots of Basin City, there are these like plank boardwalks because it is at sort of the most low-lying point. It is marshland, right? It is just absolutely soaked. And so you guys are kind of wandering through this swampy area, and what starts as sort of small enclaves of, sort of shop fronts and things that have kind of grown up around them, eventually becomes this super massive cluster of tents and shacks that sprawl out. I would say as far as the eye can see, but the eye can't see very far because these alleys are fucking narrow. And everywhere you turn, there is some sort of disembodied shadow spirit in a blank mask trying to sell you a fish. There is, ogres just, kind of hauling these crates and trying to, sell you little trinkets and beads and things. A cacophony of sights and sounds and smells and people. And I think for Cal, this is a place you've been maybe once or twice. It's a lot, right? It's always a lot. For Flo, it is overwhelming.
No, thank you. Imagine a British tourist in an actual bazaar somewhere in the Middle East in the 1920s.
Politely trying to answer everyone that talks to you.
That's lovely. No, thank you.
Cal, you've been here a bunch. You've never seen children here. There are so many children that run up to Flo and just try to get her to buy just handprints on pieces of paper, leaves that they've cut into specific shapes, right?
Yeah.
Just whatever tat they
she
can
looks
get
like
their
a
hands
sucker
on.
who would buy something.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Cal is feeling a little bristly towards Flo still from their last encounter and feeling more at home here. She knows at least, she knows it's busy and crowded and she's excited about the energy that it is. Occasionally, in a small dickish move, she will purposely lose Flo.
Yeah.
Just hide behind a display or take a corner a little bit faster and just watch and see Flo panic a little bit just to create a little bit of distress and then come in and be like, okay, now we got to keep going. Over here.
Yes. Will you get off? She's sick and tired of just get away. I don't want your cheap tat.
You kick a little vampiric child just off of one of these boardwalks and they toddle into the water and you sort of whip yourself around and walk straight into Odion's chest. Weevil, you got down here with Odion in record time. This is your part of town. You know exactly where you are. You know the kid that Flo just shoved into. They run a blood cleaning shop in a slightly different part of the bazaar.
I think as we walk up and we see the children swarming Flo, very casually, I just make a little whistling noise and I take a bag of weird little candies out of my pocket of candied insects and candied bits of the strange things. And I go, here, and I toss it to the kids.
And they all freak out. Thank you, Mr. Woebringer! And then they all run off.
Oh, thank God.
Good kids.
Another sticky hand with jam all over it and I would have lost my mind. Where the hell have you two been?
Gathering information. How goes the selling of your things?
We're so close, and now that we're together, she's your problem. And Cal is just going to take a step back, creating some distance so that way Flo is now closer to you than her.
Oh, right. And he'll, basically, it's been on his back, so he'll take the maul off of his back and hand it to you.
Oh, you got that done real fast. This is actually pretty good. Am I going to have to pay you for this?
Yes.
I was not expecting Odion to say that.
He's attempting humor.
Are you just going to dock it for my wages? Because I don't really have any coin. Actually, no, I should be charging for having to escort your sister around.
Okay. A trade.
Trade. Yeah, that's fair. This seems like a good trade. Thank you.
Actually, Gary suggested there'd be some people down here that might actually be interested in some of the fine fashions. Would you know where
You did get a name. I will
did
say.
get a name.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Gary, as you were leaving, kind of slipped you the name, and you are looking for an individual named Gertrude.
I think you mean Gertie. But yeah, I we were actually going to go find her. My granny said we should go talk to her. She's an old friend. She's a lovely, lovely person.
Perfect. We'll probably get a great price. And she'll lead the way.
Sure.
Odion, grab that bag.
And if any other kids come by or try to sell you anything, you can just say, no, thank you. You don't need to, like, push them.
Wait, sorry, what did you say?
If any other kids come by and try to sell you anything, you can just say, no, thank you. You don't need to push them.
No, I heard everything up to thank you? Oh. Is that like a language that you speak down here? Is that something I should be saying?
There's a moment where Weevil doesn't know if you're being serious.
I'm dying.
I don't know if she is either, honestly. Oh, man.
Anyway, it's this way.
Okay, great.
And as it happens, the two of you were actually not terribly far off. You guys are in broadly sort of the right part of this little neighborhood. And Weevil kind of takes you, left, right, left, right, left. And you're like, not sure how that many lefts didn't take you in 2 circles, but it definitely didn't, because you end up in a completely different, sort of area. You sort of reach this little clearing, and you see a collection of storefronts. There's a stall. They're selling some adventuring equipment. It looks like they kind of specialize in armor. You see a stall that has just a bunch of vials, potions, maybe something in that vein. You see that there's somebody sort of perched up on a stool who's doing sort of caricature pictures of people. And Weevil, you see a familiar face. You see someone is in the process of butchering some monster organs. You see friend is maybe a stretch, someone that you know, Dave Nelson. Thank you very much, patron Charlie Watson, for the name Dave Nelson.
Thank you. Wait, sorry. Thank you.
Don't become your character, Emily.
The character bleed is not acceptable here. Not acceptable here.
The character is acceptable is because it is not you.
Yes, correct.
And you see Dave is fully a mummy. Has sort of a little kind of paper mask over their bandaged face. They're wearing sort of this high collar, really actually very pretty sort of embroidered coat. And out of their hands are just these massive, those big fucking like saber knives that they use to cut like shawarma meat, those sorts of things.
Oh, yeah.
Just those, right? And he's just sort of going to town, cutting up these organs. It's this like very like sort of pinky out to fillet sort of process.
As we approach, I'll just bang on the counter a little bit. Afternoon, Mr. Nelson. It's been a while.
Is this Weevil Woebringer?
It is.
It has been a long time. I trust your grannies are in poor health.
Oh, they are living cursed lives every day.
Good. This is what I like to hear. You come on business.
We do. Is that a giant spider lizard? Wait, never mind. Sorry, I've never seen one of those before. But I have an adventuring party. I don't know if my granny's told you, but I decided to step away from the family business, and I'm gonna try to be an adventurer.
How exciting for you!
Yeah. Anyway, that's my adventuring party, and we have some artisanal clothing. What would you call them, Flo? Your wardrobe?
Award-winning fine fashions.
This does not seem like adventuring gear.
Exactly. We're trying to unload them.
I see. Well, perhaps you see Gertie.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Come in.
And he lifts up the counter and takes a step back and gestures, sort of holds the back of the tent that he is in open for you all to pass through. And the four of you make your way up, kind of back through the back of this tent, up some stairs, which is weird because this is not a 2-story establishment. and you walk for like an uncomfortable kind of amount of time. And what must be 3 or 4 flights up, you hit a door, and on that door, carved in just the roughest sort of scratches, are some arcane runes that you are all familiar with, at least on site. You know that there's some magic happening in this place.
As we approach, I go up to the door and I do a very ominous knock where I do knock, drag, knock, drag, knock, drag.
There's like a beat. There's like a beat. Come in, I guess.
And I look to the group and I go, shh. And then I wisp my hand and my shadow plumes out and fills the hallway with fog. And as I open the door, fog plumes into the room and I leap out of it. Surprise!
And I need all 4 of you to please roll me wisdom saving throws.
Damn it, I don't have good wisdom.
Oh,
There we go.
Better.
DC 12.
no, I'm
Fail.
14.
Fail with an 8.
Okay.
19.
I got an 11 because of my -2. So
Weevil, Cal, stride right in. They burst in this sort of dramatic flare. Flo and Odion, outside of the room, your arms and legs are wrapped in paper chains that glue themselves to your skin. You are hoisted star position up off of the ground, and you are both under the effects of the hold person spell.
Weevil, what have you done? Get
Oh, I didn't do that. Gertie.
You should take credit for it. It's a really good idea.
You see Gertie sitting behind her desk, and she like stands up all of a sudden. Gertrude is an undead satyr. She is fully a half goat person, right? Big sort of horns. Her face is the only part of her that is not covered in sort of fur. It is obsidian black bear skull, and she looks very surprised. What the hell?
Those are my friends. It's so good to see you. Wait, can you let them down?
Fuck me running. Weevil Woebringer?
You know, my granny's always said you had a mouth on ya.
Hold on, wait, what the fuck is going on? Why are you here? What is happening? Who are they? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Cal, and Cal will hold out her hand. It's so wonderful to meet you. I really admire your work. As she looks up at Flo and Odion, still up in one person.
All right, okay, yeah, sure. Security. How did you two get through security? She snaps, and a stuffed animal that is sitting off in the corner of this room jumps up to its feet. It's a little bird with a wizard's hat, jumps down, runs over to you guys, and starts manually undoing the hold person spell.
I love it.
Gertie, you might not believe it, but I'm becoming an adventurer. Yeah, I know.
Man! Oh!
Yeah, I'm finally doing it.
Weevil! Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, fair enough. I guess everybody's got their lot in life. Careers do not define us. It is so good to see you. Please come in. Your friends are certainly welcome in. I have, I guess a tea, and she snaps her fingers, casts a little spell, and a tea set sort of materializes on her desk, sort of samovar, piping hot. Please, come in.
You know how my grannies are, and they always say that, things aren't chance, right? Serendipity is destiny, and we are all cursed to follow that line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I stumbled upon, for the most part, a really amazing adventuring party. Well, we're going on our first quest. And
all right.
2 things. 1, a little business.
Business, you say?
And 2, maybe a little help. Yeah, we have some objects of value that we need to offload, and we were guided towards you to offload them.
Who sent you? If I may.
That would be Gary.
Gary, huh?
Close personal friend of mine.
Is he indeed?
Oh, yes. He's helped me out on more than one occasion.
Just out of curiosity, what's his going rate these days for, call it pixie dust. What's he selling for?
Oh, goodness. The last time I checked in with him, which was a while ago now, I'd say it was about 3 gold a bottle.
Okay. Close personal friend. Cool. Fantastic.
I don't need an inside check for that one.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, man, that was funny.
Gary's a good dude. Like Gary. Gary's a great guy. Sends me some of the most...
I've seen that many a day look right there.
Gary sends me some of the most interesting people I've ever had the pleasure to work with. So if you're friends with Gary, you are certainly welcome here. What is it that you're looking to offload?
Well, I'm glad you asked. And again, somehow magically all the cases are sort of behind her here.
The more Flo talks, the less she's going to pay for them. Yeah, what's going to happen right now.
I would love to see Odion as, the helpful assistant on a game show. Like when you open up
Vanna White in it, yeah.
Yes.
Standing very delicately next to a fridge. So we have the finest fashions from the Caldera. Basilisk skin handbags. We have Harassian silk in here too. We also have a few gems hidden in some of these necklaces and fascinators. Honestly, this is worth about 10,000 gold because you're a friend of Gary and a friend of Weevil, who is a friend of mine now as well. I would offer this to you for 5,000.
You see that her eyes kind of go back to the pile of luggage, and you see that little stuffed bird is has put on like a jeweler's loop, right? One of those little, and has like a little clipboard and is assessing the value of everything.
I love it.
Rad Daniel. Thank you, patron Elderberry, for the name Rad Daniel.
Oh, amazing. Rad Daniel.
Rad Daniel.
I love that.
Aw.
What do you think? What do you think that's worth 5K? And the bird just shakes its head violently no. What? Let's be generous, Rad Daniel. Let's not try to get too caught up in the where to fours. Let's see if we can get this young lady a good price.
I mean, can you really put a price on fashion? I mean,
Yes.
Yes.
okay.
Obviously.
As a matter of fact, I do have some buyers. See, here's the rub. I can't sell this in Basin City. There's all but 5 of you who can afford anything like this, and your friends have wardrobes to match already. I could sell it off piecemeal, but at a steep discount, and that just ain't worth the time. What I can do is I could sell it to the giant traders as they come through next time. They come through, they buy what you have to offer, and then from there, they take it off to hither and yon, some court somewhere that could probably afford to pay a reasonable price for it. If all of that goes well, I could maybe make 1,200 off this. I would be willing to give you $1,000 out of that, but unfortunately not until I have seen it through. I would be willing to front you. Rad Daniel, what do we got on hand? And Rad Daniel opens up a little pocket of his little stuffed toy vest, pulls out 5 gold. I'd be willing to advance you 5 gold as a deposit.
That seems fair.
Odion spits out his teeth.
Now, I'm not trying to tell you that the 5 gold is what they're worth. They're certainly worth more to the rat buyer. They might be worth even, this whole lot might be worth 2K.
I appreciate that, and I can see you are a fine businesswoman.
She, closes a little chest of money.
We are about to go on an adventure. And as you can see, I am not outfitted to survive said adventure. I understand that you want to protect your interests. You want to make sure you can make the most you can out of these one-of-a-kind, handmade, luxurious items. I need more than 5 gold up front if I'm going to leave my entire stock with you.
Let me put something out, see if the cat licks it up. All right? I'm also willing to put in a good word for you with pretty much everybody out here in the bazaar to get you outfitted for what you need. And I imagine I could extend that probably up to a good 200 gold.
There's just a sort of... She looks back at her items, which was all her personality in boxes that have been kicked, dragged through the mud, set on fire, had a corpse inside of, they've been through a lot. And she just looks back to Gertrude, holds out a gloved hand, and deal.
Pleasure doing business with you. Rad Daniel hands you the little pouch of 5 gold. So y'all need some direction as to where you can get... Because, Weevil, you said this was one of... Was there anything else you wanted to...
Yeah, I can show them around that.
Yeah.
There was one other thing, though. So I didn't, run away. I'm here on my granny's blessing. They actually gave me this, and I show the second shadow.
Did they indeed? Interesting.
Yeah. But Granny May told me that I should come find you. And I don't know why, but they're usually worth listening to when they send a message.
Gertie gets kind of contemplative for a second, and I think she sort of sits back in her chair. She's sort of thinking about the import of what you've said. And as she does, you all sort of hear a familiar anthem in Basin City, the peal of thunder, and the rain kicks up again. And Gertie kind of gets distracted by that. Damn, dragon's sweating again. It's been hell out here these past few months. I don't know what your Granny May could have meant. I mean, other than, that thing that parents always do where they try to put you in touch with the kid you knew way back when, though I'm glad she did.
I think that's a nice thought.
Not really their style, though, is it?
My grannies, no, they deal with... They're fate weavers,
Yeah. Well, was there anything else that happened? How did she get in contact with you?
Through a demon that drank my blood from a really tall glass that had a crazy-looking face that kind of gave me a headache when I looked at it. It talked about the dragon, which was pretty exciting.
The dragon, huh?
I mean, that's what it's all about. Right? A real adventurer slays a dragon.
Yeah, I guess they do.
But is there something there? Does that mean anything?
Hard to say. I mean, there is a fucking titular dragon, right? There's the one that the lair belonged to a dragon once upon a time.
But that's not the way the demon said it. I think it's still there.
That's not an uncommon belief around the folk down here. I know that a lot of adventurers, and I'm imparting a confidence to your present company, have a tendency to think that go in, get what you can get out. Victimless crime. There ain't no dragon. Ain't nobody seen the dragon for hundreds of years. I'm just saying, ain't nobody seen the dragon for hundreds of years. Maybe something in that. And I'm curious if anybody else has anything they want to ask her before you guys go off and do a little proper shopping.
Before we go, do you have any kind of token or something that we can give to said purveyors that lets them know that we are using things on your credit?
Of course. She snaps a little scroll, falls into her hand, signs it, turns it around to Flo. hands you a fountain pen.
She's going to read the fine print. Is there anything that stands out that's a bit like...
Rad Daniel did an incredible job of inventorying everything that you own.
It's like, wait, that's made out of polyester?
Yeah, identified every fake gem in the bunch.
Cubic zirconia? She will, well, I'm doing this for you. Remember that. And she looks back at the others and she signs her name.
Can I get Arcana checks from everyone in the group?
Natural 20.
Yeah, there it is.
Plus a million.
There it is. Is that a 31 or some shit?
No, it's
Natural
a 20.
12.
It's a 27. 27.
Okay, so yeah, Weevil, you never have to roll for these ever again.
It's just fine. It's good.
You see that as Flo signs her name, there is a little bit of a magical effect that sort of lifts off of the page in perfect mimicry of the script, and it sort of contorts until it appears like the ward runes that were on the door. It's like you can kind of see that the magical language that somebody had carved into that door for whatever reason is made up of the component parts of a name, of a signature. And you know immediately that this is, again, a metaphysically binding contract that anyone who is, sort of implicated here cannot break. Or you don't know how they could break it. You understand it to be unbreakable.
Oh, and one more thing.
Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
Oh.
Give me a perception check.
I got a 9.
You explicitly do not notice where are you keeping the Derringer?
On that little thigh.
The thigh. Okay.
Thing. Yeah.
You do not notice that it has sort of strained away from your thigh in its holster. That you don't clock that.
It's like pulling away from my leg.
Just a little bit. Just centimeter or so. I don't even think you notice. I think you're too bound up in the implications of getting so fucking hosed on the price for these things.
So mad. Before I go, she's going to hand over the quill. Is there anywhere around here where I can get a good bath?
Oh, plenty of hotels. She gestures in a direction, kind of gives you some directions. It's not terribly far.
And she's going to turn to Cal. A little bit of like a look up and down.
What, do you need me to help you get there too?
No. I was going to do a lovely thing and offer you to join me. Because I don't think you've ever been treated to the kind of bath that I'm about to go and have. And I thought maybe it would have been a lovely opportunity and experience for you. But if you wouldn't like to do that, or if you would like to just stay in your stinky clothes and do whatever you want to do with boys in the mud, that's up to you.
Is it nice? Suddenly, you kind of like, you've thrown Cal off with like this surprise niceness. Do we have to talk through it?
Absolutely not.
Then
I
let's
would prefer
do
it actually if we didn't.
Yes. All right, I'm in.
I imagine like the kind of like both with like cucumbers on our eyes and like side by side
100%.
tubs, just like
I probably eat my cucumbers, but
Wonderful. I need a shopping list from people. Is there anything in particular that you are looking for in the bazaar before we trek out of town?
now don't forget we got to get sure that we've got food, ointments in case anyone gets hurt and has a boo-boo. We got to cover that. Do you want me to write this list down?
Wait, you guys aren't shopping?
no.
Trust me, I'm taking one for the team on this one.
We're off to get some mimosas and sit in a tub for 2 hours.
I don't know what that drink is, but I'm excited about it. So maybe you can add that to our thing to buy as well.
We're getting to use some ointments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and I need a new nail file.
Do not write anything down that you said.
As Cal was giving you this long list that was probably mostly tedious stuff of like making sure we have enough food and counting it out and small little things of like, rope and tinder and all that basic details. Oh, can we also get like something that goes boom, like a dynamite stick or explosion of some sort?
Dynamite goes for 1 gold a stick.
Odion will spend 10 gold.
if it's just me and Odion shopping,
Yes.
I'm gonna see if anyone has goggles of dark vision, like night vision
Oh,
goggles.
interesting.
Little dark lens goggles that I could just wear.
Cool.
I don't know if that's a real item in this game. I just made up those words in my head.
Yeah, no, 1,000%. I think you actually find a sunglass purveyor. I am going to say dark vision out to a range of 30 feet is probably going to run you about 100 gold. You all come back together, and under Odion's first Weevil's guidance to get you kind of back out to the edge of the bazaar, and then Odion's guidance to get you past the rest of the swamps and up into the cliffs of the caldera, you all make it to Lair Town. It is an outskirts town here in the caldera that sprawls up the cliffs from kind of the edges of the swamp. Buildings are not very tall, but they do cling to every available rock and surface. All the way up to, you see a big stonework mine shaft that represents sort of the primary entrance to the lair. And as you kind of hike and trudge and get closer and closer, you start to see that buildings hang upside down in some of those spaces. Every inch has been pressed into use by people selling fucking shovels. People are looking for work. People are tending to moose. There are brothels. There are gambling establishments. So much awful food. And it forms kind of an unbroken continuum from the edges of the swamp all the way into the mouth of the lair. I think there's a moment for all of you, maybe a little bit less for Odion, but a moment for all of you as you walk in to this cathedral of an entrance. The door to this space is 50 feet tall. The ceiling in here you can't see. And there are stalagmites everywhere, and there are people everywhere. This is as busy as the busiest neighborhood you have ever seen. As Odion and Weevil enter the space, they are immediately distracted from any such frivolity of noticing what's around them, because they see the crowd of people huddled around the John Johnson. And by the way, all of you hear this song. This music is coming from somewhere, and Odion knows that that is always true of the John Johnson. He's probably a good couple hundred feet down, sort of past some shops and some stalls, and there's a little bit of a small crowd that is sort of around him, and he is simply holding court. You see that he is sat kind of leaning up against his moose. He has a moose here for some reason that has like immaculately sort of decorated antlers. He's got his big fucking white cowboy hat on, and sort of it's a little bit back on his head, and he is just holding court with this group of people who cannot fucking get enough of this guy.
The John Johnson does not really stop Cal. Like, she sees adventures, big names, small names, doesn't matter to her. But is his moose well known?
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is kind of like his
100%.
legendary steed.
100%. We're gonna call his moose Lancelot. His moose Lancelot. His moose Lancelot is basically just his story. Like, it's one of those situations where it's like the way the story goes, the chronology makes no fucking sense, because he was a thoroughbred race moose that also competed in like log pulling competitions.
I was in a war
at the same time, was also in the Great War, and then like saved John Johnson's life in pitched combat. Just absolutely ludicrous stuff.
And she whispers to herself, but also the party, like, that's the Lancelot. Look at the haunches on him. And she's just kind of frozen in place, just staring at this vision. Like, this is what she had always hoped her moose to look up to. Like, there's probably a picture of the Lancelot in the stables.
You know, they say that one time, the John Johnson, while riding the moose, skewered 14 goblins at the same time, one on each one of its spikes.
Oh, I believe it. Do you see that little nick on his right ear? That little one over there? That's the one he got also for saving him when he was falling down that cliff and he had to go after him and chase him down and he fell down getting some of that stumble of the rock. It was amazing.
I'm gonna go say hi.
What?
Come with me.
No!
Yes.
You never look a moose in the eye. What am I going to do? I can't do that.
I can't be
You know Moose better than anyone I've ever met. Come on, let's go. Let's go say hi. And I grab her by the wrist and I charge forward. And I do that thing that is the worst, where somebody really obnoxiously pushes through a crowd so we can get immediately to the front.
Yep. Wow, they are really excited by the John Johnson.
Oh, he's not facing the crowd. He's just got the dynamite slung over his back, and you just hear him say, "Not every day you meet a hero like that." There's envy.
Okay.
A lot of envy. Envy because he's not there yet.
Odion, I could say some very mean things right now. You know
Starting off strong.
Yeah. But do you really want to be riding around in... God, it's so gauche. Really. You could do better than that.
It's an adventurer's job to bring back the spoils from the lair and help those around us. Today, I fixed a hammer while the rest of you helped me.
You know, this pity yourself thing is going to get very tiring very quickly for everybody. Listen, Odion, I can only speak for half of our parents, but mine are both pretty shit. And that means I know that at least half of yours are pretty shit, too. You're not that bad. And for me to say that to you is... I mean... Anyway, you didn't just sit around and do nothing while we did stuff for you. You did a wonderful thing for Cal. You made me feel bad, so I had to give her a bath.
You see the slightest smirk.
See, there you are.
Are you very strong? Can you keep your balance?
I haven't fallen over after 10 shots yet, so there's that.
You want some dynamite?
As you say that, I need you to please roll me a perception check.
Sure.
He wants some dynamite. Hell yeah.
Yep, natural 20.
Amazing.
We see two things happen in perfect synchronicity. You ask about dynamite, and you see a ball roll down this cavernous space from somewhere deeper in the lair. Tunnels sort of off. Little sphere rolls and it kind of bounces. It's a little far away from you, but you see it, and it's not coming from anyone. Nobody dropped it. And immediately your hackles are raised. At the exact same moment, we see Weevil dragging Cal, pushing through this crowd, kind of get to the front, and things start to slow down. And Weevil tries to get sort of John Johnson's attention, and Odion, I think your hand probably comes out. You push Flo back without understanding why. And your brain processes three things in immediate succession. 1, that ball is labeled with a monogram. KDL. 2, that ball smells of brimstone from here. 3, that ball is a bomb. And it explodes, and the tunnel to the lair collapses in.
next time on Unbalanced Encounters.
Boom goes the dynamite. Odion tries to explain trickle-down economics to somebody who, had her entire family's life savings taken from her in the blink of an eye. Weevil almost falls off a cliff and dies. Does he die? You don't know. Bang, bang, bang goes the gun for fun? Question mark? Things are getting hot. Things are getting crazy. And something goes bump in the night. Multiple times because we're traveling far, far, far away from where we began. What adventures lie ahead? Who knows? Gotta listen along. I'm done.
All right, okay, all right, good. The Misfortunate Four is an Unbalanced Encounters production. This episode's showrunner and GM was me, Patrick Perini. Cal of Ironwater was played by Caustic Phoenix. Arianna Floridia Osprey II was played by Emily Graymore. Odion Osprey-Heronshaw was played by Craig Pate. Weevil Woebringer was played by Cinderblock Sally. And mid-roll announcer Ferrin Whel was voiced by Cleo Birch. This episode was produced by Sabrina Ortiz. Its Lorekeeper was Nick Plaisance. Scripted segments by Patrick Perini and Colin Epstein. Game design consultation by Mason Allen. And original music by Sayer Roberts. For the rest of the Misfortunate Four and other delightful shows, visit unbalancedencounters.com or search for Unbalanced Encounters wherever pods are casted.
Okay, we love you. Bye.